My motivation is my family. It's always why you're doing it. And a lot of people get in this industry for the love of the money. Some people, because they have goals, they have ambitions, they have different goals they want to reach. In my case, it's a good living. I love what I do. I started doing it when I was in high school. Like you're mentioning, I was going around remodeling houses in Pasadena, the two bedroom houses to three bedrooms, just kind of seeing your helping people, changing their lives and everything. So that's the big motivation for me in this industry. And I always tell agents, hey, set up some goals. Why are you doing this? Why do you get in the industry? And that kind of helps me keep on track and focused of why I'm doing this. A lot of times there's people who are in this industry just because it's popular and they think the money's easy.
Mhm.
And then they look around, they wonder why they're not doing very well. They really don't have these whys, why you're doing it. And in my case, that keeps me focused 100%. I love what I do, every bit of it. And the motivation is really, really what's the factor that keeps me going.
That's actually the very first. So Jimmy and I have a book coming out in the next couple of weeks called Top Tips After 100 Flips. That's the first. That's the first section. Why?
Okay. Yeah.
Because without that emotional, with that, I mean, because money is never enough. Because you can't do it. Money has no value. You
Yeah.
can't eat it. It doesn't like make nice decoration. Like it has no utility outside of what you can exchange it for, and what you're going to exchange it for. That's the emotional attachment,
Correct.
which
Correct.
the number one thing you can exchange it for is time, because that is the one unrenewable resource. So I love that. In a leadership role, though, it's not just about you; it's about empowering the team,
Correct.
which is always more challenging.
Correct.
Right? That's why it makes it's so difficult to grow a team because of that. Because if you're not an effective leader, being able to empower them and inspire them to achieve their goals and align those within the mission of the company, you're just not really going to go very far. So how do you do that? How do you get them to buy into well, actually set their goals and keep
Yep.
and make sure that they understand how to stay on track?
Well, one of the things, when I talk to agents, I've been doing this for a long time. So I tell them, I want to take you from point A to point Danny. And I want to basically tell you what I've done and what worked, what hasn't, what got me to where I'm at. So if I can kind of catapult you a little bit faster to where I'm at, that's basically the goal, in helping them grow their business. And a lot of times, we're going to have transactions that fall through and be able to be there to support them and encourage them. And it happens, and at the same time you get up and you move forward, like John Maxwell says, if you fall and hit the ground, pick something up. It's rarely that you visit the floor, learn from it.
Yeah.
And I just had two transactions that were going south and I was able to salvage them. Had an agent, run into a lot of obstacles on a transaction with a difficult listing agent and got involved, took her to the closing table. And that's basically the goal, is saying there's going to be a lot of challenges. You just don't give up. You stay focused, and make sure you're doing all the right things to get you there, and setting up goals, different CRMs, things to keep them on their production that we're utilizing. So that's what I'm kind of pouring down on them. Mostly the mentorship. I always tell agents when they start the industry, find a mentor, find somebody who's been there and done that, because going back, there's going to be a lot of little gold nuggets everywhere. You and I see them, people saying, hey, here's this proven system. Not everything works. There's stuff that works for me that might not work for this other agent.
Yeah.
So I tell them, find somebody who you can relate to, and actually have that support. And as you go along, you're going to find where you fit in and what works for you.